Good afternoon, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about the Nmap advanced port scan room on Tryhackme that is part of the junior penetration testing path. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This room is the third in the Nmap series. As you can see, we have the live host discovery, basic port scan, advanced port scan, which is this room right here, and Nmap port scan, the post port scan. So in the basic port scan, we discovered TCP flag and reviewed the TCP three-way handshake. To initiate a connection, the TCP requires the first packet to have the send flag set. Consequently, we can tell if a TCP port is open based on the response we receive. And we have the TCP header, the RFC 793 with the urge acknowledgement push. The side like the flag set. So this room will explain advanced type of scans and scan options, starting from null scan all the way to custom scan, window scan, Maimon scan, Xmas scan. So we will be covering the spoofing AP, spoofing MAC, and decoy scan. We will discuss the option techniques to evade firewalls and IDS, that is intrusion detection system. And the other one is IPS, intrusion prevention system. I don't think that we covered the IPS, but let's go ahead and launch the attack box using the attack box. Let's minimize this because we don't need it right now. Okay. We are on task 2. Task 2, we can start the machine until the attack box is ready. So let's start with the following 3 types of scans. We have the null scan, fin scan, and Xmas scan. The null scan does not set any flag. 06 flag bits are set to 0. You guys see this right here? The null scan does not set any flag. 06 flag bits are set to 0. And the 6 flag we're talking about is this right here, the urgent acknowledgement, push, reset, send, and the fin set flags are set to 0. I'm pretty sure that's the flag they are talking about. And you can choose this scan using the tag SN to use the null scan right here, and tag SN. And a TCP packet with no flag set will not trigger any response when it reaches an open port, as shown in the figure below. Therefore, from Nmap's perspective, lack of reply and an null scan indicates that either the port is open or a firewall is blocking the packet. If there's no flag set, and then we don't have no response, then the TCP port is open. And if we get a respawn back with reset and acknowledgement, then the TCP port is closed. We could run sudo nmap tag SN and then the target machine to run the null scan. It would definitely run the Nmap and gives us the open ports. Fin scan. The fin scan sends a TCP packet with the fin flag set, just the fin flag set, which is 1 flag set. You can choose this scan type with the tag SF. Obviously, just the same goes to the fin flag set. If we don't have no response back, the port is open. If we have to reset acknowledgement response back, then the TCP port is closed. We use tag SF for fin flag. And then Xmas scan gets named after Christmas tree lights. The next Xmas scan sets the fin, push, and urgent flags, which is 3 set flags. Simultaneously, you can select Xmas scan with the option tag SX Xmas. And the same thing goes with the Xmas scan. And to run it, you just put sudo nmap tag SX 1010.144, which is the target machine that you have. It depends what kind of target machine you have at the moment. The IP address might not be the same. And we will get to answer the questions below. And the null scan, how many flags are set to 1? Obviously it's 0, as I mentioned earlier. And a fin scan, how many flags are set to 1? Believe it's 1. I think what was the flag, the set flag. In fin TCP packet with the fin flag set. Okay, it was just 1. And for Christmas, it was 3. For And then start the virtual machine and load the attack box. Once both are ready, open the terminal on the attack box and use Nmap to launch a fin scan. To use fin scan, you put tag sudo tag sf and then the target machine. Let's go ahead and get started with that. Okay. Let's go ahead and run that. Hopefully it wouldn't take that long. For repeat your scan, launching a null scan, which is tag send. So we could definitely do the same thing here with sudo nmap tag sn and the target machine, and you can run that. Still not done. Okay, yeah, we got it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have about 7 open or filtered. Yep, and then repeat your scan, launching a null scan. Exactly what we're doing right now. So I'm gonna give it a minute. Okay, we got the result for the second one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got the same open port results from both scans. Let's go ahead and start with task 3. It is the Maimon scan. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but yeah, Maimon scan. Is first described in the scan 1996. We're not really worried about that. To select the scan type, you use tag SM, and most target systems respond with the reset packet regardless of whatever the TCP port is open. In such case, we won't be able to discover open ports. So why would we use it? Is it open or closed? How many flags are set? Okay, 2 flags are set on this one. I don't think we use it these days. So it's not really that important. So I'm not gonna go over that. So let's go ahead and terminate this machine. Terminate this machine and start the new one. I don't need this notification. I need this. Probably wait 1 more minute. So this task will cover how to perform TCP ACK acknowledgement scan, TCP acknowledgement scan, a TCP window scan, and how to create your custom flag scan. So TCP acknowledgement scan, we will use an sudo nmap tag SA for acknowledgement or TCP acknowledgement scan. So we could run it as sudo tag SA 10.10.63.44. For Windows scan, we run nmap tag SW. Another similar scan as TCP window scan. And TCP window scan, how many flags are set? Let me check. I think it was just 1. Just 1, I think. You decided to experiment with custom TCP scan with the reset flag set. What would you add after? Oh, just a reset. And the VM received an update to its firewall rule set. The new port is now allowed by the firewall after you make sure that you have terminated the VM, and then to launch the SEK scan. To run the ACK scan, obviously you can go back and check. You run it with the Nmap tag SA and the IP address 10.10.63.44. Let's clean this up. Unfiltered, we don't know yet. What's the new port number? So we will compare it to this right here and get the new port, open port. And then, is there any service behind the newly discovered port number? Probably yes. I can actually go ahead try this. Problem loading page. Can't load it yet because we got to get the port number, and then we could try adding the port number. So okay, we got it. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many ports appear to be unfiltered? 4. What's the new? The new one is 110, I think. Comparing, because we don't have 110 from what was listed earlier. Oh, here. Comparing to this one right here, since it's Nmap attack SA, we have 22, 25, and 80. Here we have 22, 25, 80, and 4483. That is the new one. It is the services HTTPS 4483. So let's go ahead and answer that question. Is there any service behind the newly 443? No, I don't think so. Yep. And task 5 just like that. Give me a second. For spoofing and decoys, to add launching the command nmap tag s, and then you put the spoofed IP that you want to use and the target machine IP address, and it will craft all the packets using the provided source IP address, which is the spoofed IP, and then the target machine will respond to the incoming packets, sending the replies to the destination IP address, which is the spoofed IP. And you could use that by using nmap tag s spoofed IP, and then the machine or the target machine will look like this. It will go from here to the machine IP, and then the machine IP will send it the answer. I mean the replies, the response to the spoofed IP. So what do you need to add to the command sudo nmap 10.10.63.44 to make the scan app appear as if coming from the source IP address 10.10.11? That is obviously tag s spoofed IP, which is tag s 10.10.11. And then what do you need to add to the command sudo nmap 10.10.63.44 to make the scan appear as if coming from the source IP this and this. To do that, you could use tag s. My bad. It is tag d because we are using the decoy. So tag d 10.10.20.21 10.10.20.28 and ME should be uppercase. I don't think it matters on Tryhackme, but it matters when you are using the Nmap. We have firewall. Firewall is a piece of software or hardware that permits packets to pass through or blocks them for IDS, that is intrusion detection system, and inspects the network packets for select behavioral patterns or specific content content signatures, like sometimes this could be like antivirus. So if the TCP segment has a size of 64 and TACFF, that will use 16 bytes. So 64 divided by 16, what is it? 16, 32, 64. So it's about 4. Yep. And then now we are on idle or zombie scan, idle and zombie scan, idle or zombie scan. Once we get the reset flag set from the target machine, so it will kind of look like this. We would get the source from the zombie IP, where we just spoofed it by using tag SI, right? Yep, tag SI. And then the target machine will send back the answer to the zombie IP. Then we get back a reset. And we can compare the IP header to compare it. So we discover a rarely used network printer with the IP address 10.10.55. If you decide to use it as a zombie in your idle scan, what would you be? Your argument will be Nmap, because they don't want the Nmap, so it would be tag SI and the IP address, and then your IP address. Well, the target IP address at the end, and don't forget to put Nmap. They just want the syntax right here, so they're not asking all that. So for getting more details for task 8, you might consider adding tag reason if you want Nmap to provide you more detail regarding its reasoning and conclusions. We could start the machine. Just wait a few more seconds to run it up. So we can compare the two scans with just a regular scan and with adding tag reason. You will get more reason here, and kind of gives you the details and the reasonings and the conclusion why we got the result. These are the acknowledgement and a send and acknowledgement flag set. And we can use tag V or tag VV for verbose, and for more verbosity, you can use tag VV. It'll give you more in detail what exactly Nmap is doing behind it. So let's go ahead and start Nmap tag SS tag F tag reason 230. Hopefully it wouldn't take that long. Yep, exactly. And we have the reason send acknowledgement. I think that's what they're asking for. What is the reason provided for the start port scan? Obviously, that is send ACK. And boom, just like that, we are almost done. Task 9, the summary. And that's kind of pretty much what the idea is. And I'll see you guys next room. Peace.